Oh, would you look at that? I'm just about to record my intro. Alrighty guys, I'm Casey and welcome to a brand new episode of our modded survival world. Guys, if you missed the last episode, we added in these power lines. We also added in an additional windmill over there. And then we started work on this home. Now, this series so far has got a lot of unfinished projects. For example, the blacksmith doesn't have an interior. Neither of these windmills have an interior, and even the mine is somewhat not done. Now I can't finish this mine off because I want to have piles of ore everywhere, so that means we need silk touch, and silk touch isn't something that I've got access to just yet, so this might have to stay unfinished for a little bit. But the first thing that I want to tackle in today's episode is finishing the unfinished. And I'm not sure where this episode is going to go yet. We're just going to see where the flow takes us. We might do some hunting, might do some water exploring. We might jump off a cliff and see if we can survive. But guys, if you're looking forward to this episode, do me a favor, leave the video a like and hit subscribe. Without any further ado, let's get into the episode. So I think the first task of today is to tackle these windmills. I'd like to actually have them looking somewhat decent inside. I wanted them to be useful as well. So I think in here we're going to have a set of storage drawers for some of the stuff that we're farming. Maybe these, the wheat and the seeds, obviously. Maybe some barley or something. I do want to add more fields in the future out the back here. I'm thinking of having, I don't know, maybe we have the road run along here. We bring the wheat field down some. I don't know. I'm not going to worry about it back here too much, but I do want to worry about the interior of the windmill. So I'm going to grab myself some wood, and I think I'm going to use oak in there, I think oak would be a good choice. So the more I'm working on this, the more I'm thinking I want to try something a little bit different. These are the Capacitor Banks from End.io, and I absolutely love these. These are brilliant. They really, really are. But there are other Capacitor Banks in the pack, ones I've never used before, ones that I think will suit the aesthetics a lot better, and they are from Immersive Engineering. So I'm going to just make up, I think 3 of these for now. And I'm going to try these out and see what they are like. Do they have an interface? They don't have an interface. Okay. Does my engineer's hammer interact with them? Nope. Google tells me that I need this little device right here. The engineer's voltmeter or whaler. Now, whaler we do have. So I think if I just... Okay, cool. I like that. Like, energy stored. That's really, really cool. Now, whaler is something that we do have. And that's just... it's normally on. It's this, look. This little box in the top at the middle of the screen, and that tells us, and that's cool and all, and that's more handy for us. But I just thought this would be cool to play around with new things. And there goes my phone. It went off in the last episode. But there you go. Look, 0 out of 100k. I want to play around with this, put this in place, see what it looks like. So if I manage to connect everything correctly, we should get power in this capacitor as soon as I connect this. Where's my voltmeter gone? Just so I can look at it. Oh, beautiful. Oh, I can actually see what's stored in the machines. But I'm just going to use whaler because it's much, much easier. New. Okay, so we've got nothing in there. Definitely nothing in there. Now, this does have a couple of sides. So it might be that I've just got it on the wrong side. There we go, look. This is the input side. I think one side is the input and one side is the output. So that's great. That means that we are getting power from over here, which I am really, really glad about. I've cleaned it up a bit, and I want to clean this up a little bit more too. I think I'm going to add in a couple more of these, because I just think them going too far, too long, makes it look messy. So my next task, though, is to continue finishing off what I started, and that was the windmills. Still working on the windmills, but there's something that I want to do that I wanted to share with you guys, is I want to upgrade this redstone furnace. And I accidentally made another redstone furnace. We'll forget about that. I want to upgrade this. And to do that, I need electrum. So, I just thought we'd do the electrum together. It's just an even mix of silver and gold. And that gets you electrum. And if we look at the machine chassis, this is the next one up. It requires the original machine chassis, plus this electrum gear and these Invar ingots. Now, we already have Invar. We covered that in the last episode. So, I'm hoping that we should be able to craft this up without too much trouble. Give me the right machine frame. That's the one that I wanted. The electrum gear, great. And where are you? And the rest of it is just crafted up normally, as you would craft up a normal redstone furnace. The only difference is we're using a different machine frame. Now, the difference between the two isn't that big. Only this bit here, the augmentation, you can see in the hardened one there's 4, whereas in this one there's only 3, and I needed 4. I need 4. Now, the reason that I need this is because I want to be able to put items in here and then take them out of here without me having to actually do anything. I just want to put them in a chest, similar to what we do over there with the Ender IO ones. The only trouble is this requires augments. So we can get rid of this this redstone one. I don't care about that one. But I am going to put this one in here. I want to make this one purposely for food, but we need one more augment, and it's this hopper one that allows for the automatic transfer into a device. And it's just one of these pneumatic servos. We made one of these up last episode, I believe. And then we've got this, and this will allow it to just pull from a chest placed to one side and out from the chest. And if you go to the configuration, you can actually configure the side. If you hold shift and click the center, it'll deselect everything. And we want it to pull from one side and output to the other side. Well, there's a couple of things that I need to finish this build off with. But the first one is called a Carpenter's Hammer. And this is this thing right here. We need a little bit of iron, a little bit of Carpenter's blocks. We've already looked at Carpenter's blocks. They're great. And the next thing is a Carpenter's Door. And the great thing about this, we'll do it here. It's not going to let me actually place it on that block because it's a thingy block. Okay, let's just pop this in. I'm in the process of currently moving all of my stuff into our starter house and out of our starter cave, but it's coming along slowly. So this is the door. And what we can do is we can texture this door in any way that we choose. So we can make it an oak door if we so choose. And the more important thing is we can change the door to be however we want it to be, pretty much. So it just gives us more options. So the windmills are now nearing completion. The only thing I've got left to do is change over this blade right here, but I'm still oohing and ahhing. It's not an important factor right now. It's not going to make much of a difference. So let's show you guys the windmills. The first one is over here, and we've got this little walkway as we come in. I've cleaned up the cabling in here. It looks a lot nicer now. And we've got storage for seeds or whatever it is that we choose to mill. Here, I've decided to use this one just for storage for the 2 farms that we have locally. So that one, and obviously this one. I don't plan to actually harvest that one, just leave it grown like that. That's fine by me. The second one is a little bit more different, but it still follows the same style. So you saw me making up the redstone furnaces. This is what I need them for, but we'll get into that in just a moment. But over here we have another storage wall, should we need any more storage. Again, this one is missing right here for a very specific reason, because I want to put a drawer controller there. But we needed to get to the nether. We've now got to the nether, so maybe that can be something that I do next. But yeah, we got the nice window design, and up here is exactly the same. It's just got the cable in head. But I wanted a way up here just in case I choose to put anything up there. Now, the interesting thing about this is if I've set it all up correctly, we can just go ahead and put our wheat flour in this one. This one is going to bake that wheat flour immediately, throw it into here, which is then going to turn it into bread. This one is going to then immediately do that and turn it into toast. And remember, we've got one of these food augments in each of these. So this is going to double this. It's going to produce 2 bread. This one is going to produce 4 toast. So from 1 piece of wheat, we're getting 4 pieces of food, and the toast is even better for you than bread. So it's a win-win situation. Now, my next task is to work a little bit on this road. I don't overly hate this road, but I think we could do something a little bit better with these by just spacing them out a little bit more strategically and just making them look a little bit nicer. But more importantly is I want to see what these lamps do. If we look, there's a lamp, is it? My apologies. It is called a lantern. There's a powered lantern, and what are these? Like stained glass panes? Oh, right, that's just them. Okay, fair enough. There's a regular lantern, and then there's a powered lantern. I think we should give both of them a go and just see what they look like. There's also all of these ones, but I want to use ones from Immersive Engineering. I think they're going to interact well with these lampposts. Trouble is, I need glowstone, and I've only got 1 piece of glowstone, so it's off to the nether to dangerously mine some glowstone. Well, boy, is the nether a dangerous place, but we did manage to actually get the glowstone, which is good. And now what we got to do is we just got to make up these. I think it's like this, isn't it? These glass panes like this, I think. Let's find out. This lantern. Boom. Now, I'm hoping that these work just how these do, and that we don't actually have to provide power to them. But I guess only time will tell. Pillared up, and I'm hoping that just by putting this on there that it is going to work. Now, does that indeed do the lighting? It looks like it does, but it could also be this torch. So let me just take out this torch. Get rid of that. Something in my phone's beeping. Plant this back. We'll just plant this back. No one needs to know. I feel that that's somewhat doing it. Like, the best way to do it is just to put this down. Yeah, that is totally doing it. Okay. So, oh, jeez, man. I cannot place these without breaking things. So I want to get at least one of those put on top of each of these pylons. Oh, they look so much better. I'm really starting to get the feel for this. Oh, it looks really good. I have taken some of these, what are they called again? These wall mounts and hung lanterns from them around the town. It looks really, really good. A couple on the Blacksmith. We've got them hanging from the windmills here. Look really, really, really good. And there's no spawn spots up here, but once we start to get down here, there are. And I want to do something. I want to change something up. We originally had these oak ones here, but I don't feel like the oak works all that well. So I want to try some of these treated wood ones, and then we can just add in like a couple of these. And I'm wondering if these wall mounts sort of interact with them. I did not mean to do that. Let's switch that over. Put that back. No one needs to know that I am secretly destroying things. I'm just wondering if these interact with them in any way. Oh, yeah, they do, look. They do. I don't necessarily think that's a good way to interact with them. What about... Nope. No, it looks like they just interact like that. It's useful to know, but nah. It's not really what I'm looking for. For some reason, I didn't get all of those back. Where did the other one go? Anyway, I'm going to trade out these oak fences for these treated wood fences, and then I'm going to stick some lanterns down in places where I think they'll be good. The atmosphere is really starting to feel it as you come up here and you sort of see these all over like this. I think this looks really, really cool. I did just realize that I completely spaced on this particular piece of the fence. Whoops-a-daisy. There we go. So it's definitely feeling immersive how I want it to. And this sort of complements this treated wood. Oh, sorry. Yeah, treated wood. It complements the dark oak really nicely. I really do like it. I want to set up some sort of factory that also produces this. But we're going to need a lot of coal for that. And that'll be a bit later on. For right now, I'm somewhat happy with this. But what I want to do is I want to finish the immersion in this bit here. You see, there's all these just empty spaces right here. So I want to get some shrubbery put here, some grass and some... I think I'm going to bring the wheat field down here, and I'm going to bring it up to this house till about here, I think. So I got a bit of work ahead of me. Doing just these little things to your world can really help you feel so much more immersed into it than you previously were. Like, I love just walking down this pathway. We've got a slight overgrownness at each side. I think it looks really, really good. I might add in some bushes. I don't know. I think this bit could use something, but I haven't done anything here because this is where the path is going to continue this way. But I don't know how the rest of this village is going to look yet because we haven't got any more buildings that we've added into it. But so far, this pathway looks good. My next task on today's agenda of cleaning up the place is to tackle the interior of the blacksmith. On the blacksmith, and I'm quite happy with how it's turned out. I've tried to think functionality here over design. So things have changed a bit since we were last here. Now when we go in, we've got just this one room here. The rest of it is sort of sealed off for now. I'll put the blast furnace on the left. Blast furnace used to be over by this tall window. And the coke oven used to be here. But I've put the coke oven over here. The interface is both on this side so we can see it. It looks really good. Then out here we've got our blacksmith. Our forge. And I've gone ahead and changed out the torches to these chiseled torches. And outside, not much has changed other than I did fill in the couple of blocks that were missing. There was one there, and I think there was one around here. I filled in with regular seared stone, which I want to use to try and bring the smeltery up a bit more. But that's a task for much later. Now, in here, it's the exact same, but we go into here, and this is just a room with a staircase going up. We've again got the coke oven here. My idea is I can use this sort of space here to sort of automate the production of treated wood in the future. Not sure exactly how I'm going to do that yet, but we've got the space here to do it, which is why I've not put anything here. You go upstairs, and again, I've left some space up here should we need anything else that, you know, the blacksmith might need or anything from immersive engineering. I've got the space all ready to put it here. I don't know what I'm going to need at this point, but I just wanted to have the space to do it. Now that we've got this done, I want to start transforming our starter house. Because right now, it's kind of poop inside, look. It's just a lot of things are dumped everywhere. I do not like it. I want to change that, and that is exactly what we're going to do now. So, let's get it changed. Progress. This is what the inside of it looks like. Now, we've got 2 doors. We're going to have one door here, which is like the maintenance hatch. We're going to have all of these chests. It's just a way to get in and out quickly to my storage. And then the main entrance, which is going to come in. Obviously, we're going to have a wall of storage here. These are all going to be chests with iron chests, but I don't have enough iron chests to place them all in yet, nor enough iron to craft them all up. So it is just what it is now. We've got our useful machines from Thermal Dynamics here. A couple of things from Ender.io, along with our additional machines from Thermal Dynamics. We've got our ore processing over here and our wood processing right here. But you may notice that there are quite a few blocks missing in the floor. And, well, that comes into what we're going to be doing now. You see, I need to run power to all of these machines. And to do that, we need to get it out of here. And I don't want to have these running everywhere, these cables. So I wanted to switch over to something from Ender.io called Energy Conduits. And it's something we haven't explored quite yet. And to make these, we need this conduit binder, which is made from smelting binder composite, which is just clay, gravel, and sand. We've already done this before. But the thing that I actually want to show you is a conductive iron, which we get by smelting redstone and iron in an induction smelter. But this also works the other way around here. Let me just grab some redstone real quick. And we should be able to throw redstone and iron in there, and then that will smelt down. Now, once that's done up, we'll have this conductive iron right here, along with this conduit binder. We can go ahead and just craft up 8 of these, and then we can run these underneath the machines like so. And I do need to run this all the way over. I've had to move this capacitor just to give this enough power for right now. But hopefully soon we should have all of these machines connected using underground piping, and then we can just put the thingy back. I know that's going to be a little bit of a troublesome there. I need to take this one more across, I think. So here we have it. Everything but the tower has been done, and the reason that I haven't done the tower is actually very specific. I know what I want to do up there in that tower, and we are nowhere near ready to do what I want to do up there. So I'm just going to leave it like that for now. But I have added these doors in, and I did get all of the cabling put in place in here now, so it all runs down. We get a sneak peek here and there, but we can cover this up later on. We can't cover it up right now, but for the most part, it is all concealed. It all looks pretty good. I'm somewhat happy with this. I'm actually kind of happy with this. I really do like it. That's annoying there. This is getting no power all of a sudden. Like, why is that? That's got no power. That's got no power. This is draining of power. It must still be powering up these. Like, okay, that's powering up. That's powered up. That's powered up. That one is. That one is. No, these are all powered up. This one doesn't require power. You're powered. You're powered. You're powered. We can take that out of there now. So there's no reason this should not be getting powered. Oh, now it's getting power. Right, it must have still been just channeling power to one of the machines or something. But there we go. It's good. I like to have these capacitor banks as a buffer of energy, so that if suddenly my power stops going down, I've still got all of this in here that I can still go through. And it's just a nice source to have that power if we need it. This is now smelting up the sand, which I actively didn't want it to do. But what did it smelt the gravel into? That's a genuine question. I'm curious. Okay, we'll come back to that in a minute. But as for now, guys, I think I am going to bring this episode to an end. I am really kind of happy with how this episode has turned out. The fact that we've managed to get it feels so much more immersive now within this place, rather than just feeling like builds put together. I'm really, really kind of happy with that. We got the inside of here done, which looks really, really nice. We'll go into here. We've got our quadrupling of food done right here too. So we'll take a picture there. Use that for the thumbnail, I think. That and another one. Let's take one of the overall, just the look of the village. Actually, I really do like that one. I think we need to put something over there. I've got an idea of what I want to put over there. But I don't know if we're going to be able to get into it next episode or not. Now, let's see. I think concrete is what it makes, if memory serves. Yes, it does. It makes concrete. Okay. But guys, that is going to do it for this episode. So do me a favor, if you enjoyed the video, leave it a like and hit subscribe. Guys, I'm Casey, all the awesome folks. Thank you so much for checking out the video, guys. Take care now. Bye.